Hi YouTubers, and welcome back. For those of you that have been following my series called Getting the Most Out of Traxxas J and Getting the Most Out of Traxxas T Maxx, you'll be very familiar with how I used the crystal operated transmitter and the second channel to start your Traxxas T Maxx or your J. Today I want to demonstrate how you can use the 2.4 GHz transmitters to do basically the same thing. There's just a few subtle things that we have to change on the transmitter settings itself to make that possible, and I'm just going to run through that with you now. On the first videos you would have seen how we started our vehicles using the second channel on the transmitters. We turned the throttle trim all the way down to the bottom, and then we braked, and that started up our Traxxas J or our T Maxx. Using the 2.4 GHz transmitter, you're using the same knob, only we've got to assign it to have a different function. With your traditional T Maxx transmitter, that knob there is assigned to throttle trim. On the 2.4 GHz transmitters, that same knob can be assigned to adjust your steering, your throttle, your braking percentages, all these sorts of different things. So we've got to assign that knob to a certain function, and to operate the starting system using this transmitter, it has to be assigned to the braking percentage. And to get into that braking percentage mode, you go to the menu 1, and then it's option 4, and that gets us into the braking percentage mode. So once you're there, you want to turn this knob all the way to the bottom when you're setting up your servo, so it's making contact with the switch at the right time. So once that's right at the bottom, you want it so that when you brake, and I'll do that now, hang on, I just need to turn on the transmitter first, it'll make things a lot easier. Okay, so now that when you brake, it's coming forward and it's triggering the starting system, and as you drive away, it releases it. Okay, so that's how the starting system using the second channel works. The only problem, of course, is that whenever you hard brake, it's going to keep re-triggering the starter system. So how we overcome that is by going back to the braking percentage knob. And what we do is, you'll notice that the knob can turn a long way around, and we've got it set right at the bottom. And I think you can probably just see there's an indicator which says 100%. Now when you're operating or wanted to start the vehicle, you're just going to make sure that the knob is turned past that 100% mark and is hard at the bottom. Okay, so that means that when you do brake, it is going to trigger the starting system, and when you throttle away, it's going to release it. Okay, so but once it's started, all you need to do is turn that knob so that little line which is on the knob is pointing at the 100%. So now that when you brake, it's no longer able to trigger the braking system. The starting system. And so what that means is now you can drive. It's not interfering. It's not trying to restart all the time. You're already underway. Once you come to a stop, and if you want to start it again, you just turn it all the way down to the bottom, and then you brake, and then it's starting it again. So that's the point of difference. So instead of now using it in the throttle trim mode, like you are in the crystal operated one, where you turn it all the way down to the bottom, you brake, now you are in the braking percentage mode. You set it up so that it's on or turned down past the 100% mark at the bottom, or all the way hard at the bottom. You set it up so when you're braking, it's always starting. And now once it's started, you turn your knob back to the 100% for normal running. So now when you brake, it's not re-triggering the starting system all the time. Of course, you just got to make sure that with these adjustments, because you are now going to run it when the knob is pointing at the 100% mark, you just have to make sure that your braking systems, your spring, your pad, or whatever, are adjusted to suit that setting where you're going to be driving at. But other than that, it's very straightforward. So I hope that helps. When I did the video or shortly after I did the video, I realised that probably most people these days are using a 2.4 gigahertz, so I better just come back and do this little tutorial so people are able to start their vehicles using the second channel using the more modern transmitter. So I hope that helps. If you've got any feedback, let me know. Have a great day. Bye for now.